Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. So now, like I have added that brass and the paint together, combined it, and I want to create all these nut bolts as my like brass. So I'll use a brush. Use the brush size. Masking it, you can see clearly white. So I can mask it, you can see, but right now I'm doing it as a non-symmetrical way. So I can use symmetry also, but you can see my model is slightly moved, so I cannot use symmetry. But if I want, I can
Good
move
morning,
it.
sir.
Very good morning. Move it and align with my model. And now I can start painting. You can see
Sir,
full symmetrically work. Yes, tell me.
but if our modeling is properly in center, then you don't need to
Yes, if
manage the center in here.
yes. Like if your model is perfectly in center, it's absolutely correct because I guess I have moved it slightly. For what reason I don't remember, but in Maya I moved the model slightly off center, so that's why it's showing this off center thing. So you can keep it if your model is perfectly in center, it will work without any moving. And this is like you should know this tool in case your model is not center, you want to create some specific kind of detail. That time you can move it and do create it.
Okay, sir.
You can see both the sides working perfectly. And right now it's in 4K or 2K. So I'm just working on it, and once I'm done with this I can like for just for rendering I can increase the texture size to 8K and render it out. And if you want to check this paint, you can check with this and then paint it. And this is like I can paint directly on the model, or if I want I can go to my UV mode and paint it.
Sir,
Yes,
is it okay if we can go for different like color patterns or like that?
of course. Like this is because this is they have. I checked online, and plus that book shared, right? I checked they have a lot of versions, so I am also creating my own version of it. my own take on this thing, so you can do that. That's completely fine.
That's also fine if I create it like my own patterns and design.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's like not necessary to create a same as the original one.
Like if you want, you can create that, or you can have your own version, your own take on this. That's what absolutely fine.
Okay, sir.
Shift and right click, move the light, and check all those things. Take the brush size, paint it nicely. Like paint, because I have used this brass color, and that's why I'm converting all these nut bolts to same color so that it looks part of the same thing. Otherwise, it will look too different. Like everything is like way too different. So I'm blending those two together. So like this, we can paint. Like let's sit up symmetry. So now, like I have applied this scratched paint default material. Everything is fine. Only one thing, this rust. It's like way too much. So way too much. So what if I don't want this much rust? What I'll do is go to this is generator already there applied. I'll just simply modify that generator. You can see texture is full, ambient occlusion is full, so I can reduce ambient occlusion. It will reduce the amount of rust. But I'll have this color variation. So retain that I'll retain that color variation. A little rusty, but this part is supposed to be glass. But you can see if I go in my texture, I want to create this thing. I want to make this thing transparent. If I create a new fill layer, sorry, move it up, new fill layer, and you can see I don't have a opacity channel. So I have to switch it on a opacity channel. Go to texture setting, channels plus we have opacity. Switch it on. Switch it on. But it won't work because our material doesn't support transparency. Let's see. I'll click on opacity and make it 100% black, or maybe 70-80% black. It's up to me. Like I want it to be like look like glass, but not 100% transparent. You can see it's not working. It's not like making anything that it should technically make this entire thing transparent because there is no mask, but it's not working. Reason, there is alpha is not activated in my material, so I need to activate that. So before that, I'll just create a mask, black mask, and go to selection and select this. Selected this thing. So it's applicable only here, but still nothing is visible. So I'll go to my material, this one. By default, the material shader setting is it's showing PBR metal roughness. There is no opacity. So click on this. Now you can see there is a PBR metal rough with alpha blending and PBR metal rough with alpha test. This is like hard transparent like cutout, and this is like your smooth blending. So I want to use this one. So just switch it to this. So I can see clearly it become transparent, but there is no shininess, nothing. So I'll go to roughness and make it super shiny, maybe almost 90% or something. You can see now I have the transparency plus the shininess. This thing transparent. So I have like search for a reference, something similar, pinkish color plus gold and all. So I can see clearly. So I'm planning to follow this. I have some like color difference variation and blended, so I can follow this one. This is from Overwatch itself. It's a version of this thing. I can follow the same thing and add all those in between details wherever I want and create it. So, so now, like overall, the basic texture wise, my base texture is almost set. But now I want to add some surface detail or some weathering or some other effect. For those things, I have to do it manually. Manually, as in like I have to add more layers and generate those things. Like you can see, this one have a lot of tonal variation. This one doesn't have those things. So I need to add those tonal variation. So what I can do is I can just simply duplicate this layer, and from this layer, like keep this one. This is my correct one. And from this, I'll remove the paint, remove mask. It should showcase this thing everywhere. Now, from this, I'll remove the base color. You see tone. This tone I can keep. Like, I can change it to some other color, the pinkish that color we have. Pinkish radiation tint. So instead of that, I'll get this color. Then the dust, this yellowish tint, I'll select this one. It's a gold color, base color, and everything is there. So if I want to change, either have to switch off this color, or if I want to change it manually, you can see I cannot change everything, but there should be a color. Yes, hue shift. You can see normal is direct open gel only. Now this oxidization, you can see for this also we have to use a similar pinkish tint, little darker, and this yellowish oxidation. Select this one also, change the color. It's too dark. Yeah, this is fine. Now we have scratches, and we have this edge wear. So you can see I got all this variation and everything. I just use that existing layer and use that on my this surface. And this should affect only and only this, not this surface. It's not affecting anyways. But you can see this one affect, all the scratches are gone. Stone. I'm just switching on, switching off, and checking. So this layer, I need to switch on the stone color. Otherwise, my base is not visible. So delete this, or I can just simply Change the opacity. Slightly bluish tint. I feel this dirt is like way too much. So select this and reduce opacity. Now I have this oxidization. You see, it creates this nice shadow, nice ambient occlusion. And if you move this, you can see like I have variation in my roughness, my color, my normal, everything. And plus this affects this glass also. So glass also looks a little bit wavy, not perfectly smooth. So okay, nice. So I can like add all these detail like this one by one, and like if I want something very specific, see, let's create few details. Okay, this is supposed to be gold. I'll do that. Reference. Okay, those lighter tone materials. So all whenever you're creating your thing, if you're using some reference, then it's fine. If you're using your own imagination, you should have a reference to follow, to refer to basically. So by that you will have a better understanding and how to generate all this thing. We'll do that very easily. So now this surface, I want to create some normal information here. I want to create some normal because this surface looks way too flat. So I want to create some normal information here. I'll use a paint layer. This time previously I was using fill layer. Now I'm using paint layer. This is for normal details. Name everything properly. Now I want to add some normal information. So I'll go to hard surface. I have all these normal maps. So let's see what to use. I'll use this one. This is only for normal, not for color. If I want to use color, I can use color also. But for this, I'm planning to use only normal. So drag drop this thing here. Okay. Scroll down, drag drop here. Now again, you can see due to some strange reason, it's not visible. Let me see. Maybe I have modified something. Why it's not visible. After scrolling is on. Tangent wrap is fine. Why it's not visible? Can't see there is any setting for this to make this thing visible, or in the stroke opacity is 100% already, so it's should work. This doesn't look nice. So I'll use something else, a little bit more generic. I can create this very easily, but if I see if I drag, it will create a problem. Like shift and click problem. So if I want to repeat this thing, I'll go and set my uh, spacing. See, spacing, and click here and shift and drag. It will generate this thing automatically. Let's create something else now. Now I just have to replace this with something else, and whatever I want to create, I can just simply paint that. Paint it. I cannot see it. I'm not able to rotate. And like, without seeing matching the angle is very difficult. Adding all this normal, and I have to add some more details. So I can see there are like little bit the tonal color variation everywhere. So if I want to add those, like if I feel like okay, this is like everything is kind of same color, if I want to change that, I can definitely do that. But before that, I want to make some lights, some self-illuminating lights. So how to do that? I'll go to texture set once more time, plus, and this time I'll switch on emissive. And now I'll create a new layer, fill layer this time, and alt click on emissive only. The only and only emissive is visible. Change the color the way you want, whatever whichever color you want. Right click, black mask, and right click, add a paint. So now I can paint directly. Go to brush. I'm using this hard brush. And I'm going to paint all these sections. Select your paint, make sure match the brush size. Click and shift like this. You can generate, but I feel it's not that hard. So I'll make it full hard and fill that section. And again, I forgot to switch on my symmetry. Turn on symmetry. Once you fix it, it will be there only. I can manually paint, or I can just simply increase the brush size and create this, but it's little off, I can see. So this is, I guess this is separate UV. It's, yeah, it's to completely separate. So like this, I can generate those self-illuminating things very easily. You see, they're like two, and I can see there's two shapes here. So suppose I want to create that. You see this self-emitting like emissive points like LED lights or something. So I want to create that, but there is like you see if I right now if I paint it will paint that, but there is no information of normal. So normal. So I'll go to my main layer, switch on my height, and add some little bit height. So it will generate this height. Now I go and paint it. I can paint it manually, or I can go to hard surface, or this alpha. You can see I have all these alpha. If I want to create something, I can like use this all these presets. This looks nice. If I select this, you can see now my alpha is visible here, and it's visible. So say control and right click. You can increase, decrease the size of the alpha. Right, and control and diagonally, if you move your mouse, it will rotate. And then generate it. Okay, alpha, I guess I have accidentally reduced the opacity or something. It's just 100%. Where I have changed. Alpha is fine. Factor scrolling is fine. It is fine. Spacing opacity 100%. So why it's okay? Flow I reduced accidentally. Now you can see it will generate this thing, and you can see like slightly its angle. Control middle mouse button. Sorry, control middle mouse button slightly. Yeah, left mouse button and rotate it slightly and fit it and generate. So it have normal information plus your emissive color. And now I can see this ring is self-emissive in this particular reference. So I'll go and select my UV. Let's see if it's part of this thing only, or yes, see, it's separated already. So whenever you're planning to create a emissive, make sure separate that UV so that you can have a very clean shape. Otherwise, it will bleed into the other part and it will look painted. Brush, save your file. Just one second. Hard brush one more time. Select brushes, hard brush, reduce the size scale. I'm adding the emissive points. And one more thing, here you can see, like from one angle, it's perfectly clean. And from front angle, it's little bit wavy. Reason, it's a circular shape, and like whenever you have this kind of shape, you have to split the UV from this area and make it straight. Then it will be clean. I kept it like in circular shape only. That's why this problem is happening. So all these things are in normal only. Like I created high poly in from that. Now I have this booster. So what I can do is just to make it like bit emissive, I can add this emissive thing. Like they have this ignition or something, some fire. I can add that and create this thing. Use the brush size. Generate. So I have added all these normals and all this information here. This is my normal detail. So but you can see this normal detail is not generating any dirt or shadow or anything. So for that, like suppose I have normal information generated, I generated this thing in substance itself. So in that case, what I have to do is I have to create an anchor point so that substance can read those that particular layer as a height map, normal map, and generate all details. So before that, I'll just add a couple of more information. Only for this section, I want to add something. So I'll create one more fill layer, switch off everything, only height is activated, and slightly add. This time I'm adding, and I want to generate some information here. So if I want, I can use some height or some noise or something. I want to generate it. Let's see. If I use this, will affect everything. Let's see. Doesn't look very nice. Mhm. Okay. And height can see it's way too much. I'll go to height and reduce the opacity. It's like way too strong. I don't want it to be this strong. Something like this. But I don't want to apply this pattern everywhere. Right click, add a black mask, plus add a paint. Now I will click on the test of a symmetry. Anyway, these two are overlapped. I can go and click on this. Right now I have selected UV. If I click this, it will select the entire thing. I don't want to apply this to everywhere. Only this part, this ring, I want to apply this. So I'll select my polygon, and if I click and drag also. So I'm just basically masked everything and exposing this section only. So it will apply only here. Same with the back side. It can be any other design, any other pattern, or anything. Process is same, and generate this. Then if we go back, you can see it's part of this thing only. It's affecting this area only. Save your file. Like till here, if you have, do you guys have any doubt or anything?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what
Not in substance, in
in ZBrush.
ZBrush.
Okay, what? Tell me.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, paint
Ah,
क्या है मतलब paint?
what?
Sir, paint.
Paint. Paint is like, okay, by default we can paint directly on the mask, right? But I prefer to use a paint and paint it. Reason, so I don't modify my mask directly. Everything is like editable now. It's a separate layer. So or it's a like, constructive way of like non-destructive way of creating texture. Like Photoshop, we keep everything in separate layer. So it's like a layer for your mask. Like for this this is a layer, separate layer, and this is a this is a layer mask, and this is a separate layer for your mask that affecting your layer. So I can, on top of this, if I want, I can add one more paint, right? Let's see, suppose right click, suppose I created this design. Let's see. Okay, this emissive, right? This emissive or this pattern, I have created this paint. See, if I switch on, so my main map, this main mask is mask doesn't have any problem. You see, it's by default it's empty. I'm just, if I'm changing my paint, so if I want to modify something else, I can add one more paint. Like suppose this is my, I'm applying here, and for another part I want to apply one more thing, but less intensity or something else. If I have only one layer, I cannot modify this. So suppose I want to apply this here also, like just like, okay, just for sake of it, suppose I want to apply it here, but the intensity is too high. So if I want to reduce, see, I can control it separately. So that's why I always use paint, so that if I want to modify anything, change anything, I can do it very easily. That's why I use paint all the time. So do not paint directly on the if it's a solid mask, it's just a